Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low. Don't doubt that Hollywood is trying to indoctrinate our children. They're coming for our children. The rainbow community, they say it all the time, then they turn around and say, hey, it's just a big joke. But they always say it, we're coming for your children. The new Barbie movie is just a propaganda piece for the rainbow community, for the LG, for the trans, especially for the trans. They are the ones pushing hard. We have to accept the new Barbie movie, just propaganda. That's all it is propaganda. Let's check out this interview. This came on CBN News. This guy who you can see getting interviewed, he's a film critic, quite a well-known film critic in the States. He also just happens to be a Christian, but giving a warning about what the Barbie movie really is all about.
So, Dr. Bear, a lot of people out there, they might be wondering about this Barbie movie. They're seeing the advertisements, the trailer, and they're thinking, should I take my daughter to see this movie? You have an article over at Movie Guide, the organization. You have an article there that it's titled, Warning, Don't Take Your Daughter to Barbie. And so what was it that led to that determination?
Well, frankly, we saw the movie on Sunday night, and the movie is worse than you could possibly expect. It's hardcore propaganda. We're not allowed to release a review until 2 days before, so they have it embargoed. So we see a lot of movies early, we write the reviews, and then we wait. So that's part of life in the big city of Hollywood. But Barbie just is terrible. The first few minutes, it's got a bunch of little girls playing with little baby dolls. Now, I've got 17 grandchildren, and the most of them are little girls, and they love playing with baby dolls. And the girls take the baby dolls and bash them and slap them, and we don't have to be mothers anymore. In Barbie land, men are the problem with all of society. It's hardcore feminist. So they've banished men so they have a better life. In fact, Ken is the villain in the movie. And Barbie has to leave because she's not adapting to, this hate of the patriarchal society, although she hates Ken. So men are the villain, and trans, there are a couple of trans people playing characters, Barbies. So, men play better Barbies than women play Barbies, by the way. So you should tell your little girls that if you want to be Barbie, you want to be a swimmer, you want to be anything else in society, men can be women better. That's what the movie's saying. So the doctor in the movie,
Remember, who runs the world? Men do. Anyway.
Dr. Barbie is a trans, and he was quoted in his interview of saying that this movie is candy with a little bit of poison. And the other trans person said, this is going to finish the gender conversation forever because all the little kids who see it are going to realize that you don't have to be women to be women if there are women, which is really weird to me because I'm 77 years old, so I still believe that our DNA and everything else says that I'm a man.
Did you hear what he's saying? So the trans actor that's in there is saying that this is going to change because we are getting to the children. It's disgusting. This has always been their objective, to get to the children. It's just propaganda focused on children, changing, educating the children on the way these people who have a mental disorder want to think. And they want all the children to play along with it.
Follow the science, Dr. Bear.
I figured out how to be a man. This is really an attack on women, Billy, because you're saying to those little girls that go to see this movie that some little boy can be a better girl than that little girl. So it's an attack.
This is what I don't get about the feminist movement. They allow this to happen. He's exactly right. This is an attack on women. They always making fun of men, always kind of attacking men. And then you've got the the simpy wimpy little men who just play along with it and, call themselves male feminists and all this rubbish. But I don't understand why the feminists play along with it. They are literally erasing women, and women are going along with it. It's absolutely crazy.
Attack on men, it's an attack on women. And to me, I don't know who wants to go see that, but they've already sold thousands of tickets. AMC said they've sold more tickets for this movie. The people pre-bought the tickets saying, we want to see Barbie because Barbie is one of the most popular toys of all time.
Well, the previews wouldn't indicate these issues necessarily, right? The previews don't show disdain between Barbie and Ken. They don't show any of this. How overt are the LGBTQ themes, right? Are they
Very
in your
overt.
face overt?
They're
Very overt.
they're extremely overt. It's not subterfuge. It's not subtle. It's, when the little girls are bashing the babies, saying we don't have to be mothers anymore, they're bashing the baby dolls and saying we don't have to be mothers. All the characters are very clear that this is it.
This is Hollywood propaganda. Hollywood are coming for your children. They're not playing into, they are hand in hand, hand in glove, if you would, with the rainbow community, out to get your children, out to sell the propaganda to your children.
So I was literally stunned when I heard you say, they're never going to let us make this when you read the script. Now the tickets are on sale. Can you tell us why you thought that?
The script was, when I read it, I thought exactly that. I was like, this is genius, and they're never going to let us make it. What a shame. This is all going to go to waste. Just because I think it's a little more it's not just that the movie is unexpected. I think it's like Greta kind of pushes it in directions that I didn't think they would let us go in, and I think a big part of that was kind of acknowledging the things that people find problematic about Barbie, as well as the things that people love about Barbie, and to be able to do both whilst also kind of having a relevant conversation about where the world is at today, and then also be acknowledging like this long 60+ year history. It's just a lot.
Like I said, it's all propaganda, acknowledging where the world is today. Every movie coming out of Hollywood every big budget movie, it seems, is trying to push the rainbow community, the rainbow agenda, especially the trans agenda. The trans agenda is paramount. It's at the pinnacle. That's where they want everyone's mindset to be. That trans people, trans women, trans men, trans women are women, and everyone has to accept it. You can't talk about a mental illness. You can't talk about anything else. This is just, this is the propaganda everyone has to buy into.
There can also be big Ken energy, and that's a good thing.
Or as Ryan says, Kenergy.
Kenergy. Kenergy is, it's not something you can define, it's just something you can sense and you know it.
Yeah.
You can just feel it.
Yeah.
How do you guys spot a Ken?
I think a Ken for me is just kind of there, I think a Ken is a great accessory, but that's what I loved about, Greta's imagining of Barbie, is that the Kens are just supplemental characters to these Barbies. While Barbies can do everything, Kens are there to kind of support and don't necessarily have their own story. And I think that's not necessarily a negative thing. I think it's incredibly strong for men to be in supportive roles and to support the greatness that is women/Barbie.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think it's like when I read this.
So men don't play a major role. You see what they're telling us. Men are just secondary characters in our own lives. We're just there to support the women. That's all we're there for. And don't get me wrong, I support my wife, and try and get behind the things she wants to do 100%. But it works both ways. And that's what a marriage is. I don't think these people, I don't think Hollywood should be pushing their agenda of what a relationship is. Anyway, keep going.
Script, I was like, I I actually went to college with Greta, you guys. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I know that she's like
Yeah.
a
Share
genius.
mine,
Like I
yeah.
knew that even
Yeah.
Before
before
we did?
any
Yeah.
of her
Well, Kate,
movies
you
came
used
out.
to do comedy shows with Greta Gerwig.
I
when you
did
were 18,
actually,
which
yes.
is so full circle.
I actually did. So I knew like how brilliant she was, and when I
Yeah.
heard she was doing the Barbie movie, I was like, "What is this going to be?" But I knew it was going to be something, and then I read it, and it was like about sort of about how like gender roles deny people half their humanity, and how like
This- The gender propaganda. Gender roles deny people half their humanity. Hollywood. Hollywood is preaching to us about gender roles.
we need to just like be ourselves, and it's like a very powerful message. And so like how you spot a Ken is just like everyone's themselves, you know.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
everyone
I was
is
thinking about that in the car.
Oh, so deep. So deep. Everyone is a Ken. Everyone is a Ken. Hollywood propaganda trying to shape the minds of our young children. This is not a movie made for children. This is a movie made to shape the minds of children so that they will also buy into the trans propaganda. Look, if I had young children, there's no way I'd be allowing them to go see this. What can I say? Just more Hollywood propaganda. Don't buy into it. That's my opinion. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
They just fuel the desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more demons to be done. Nothing's gonna focus on me goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Got my eye on the prize. Got my eye on the prize.